Hello, friends. Today we'll be making a FighterBard. So, you're this, standard stuff. Just randomize the name or pick your name. Hop over to race. Can you have a couple different options for what you want to do with race? It's not going to end up mattering too much in the long run. We'll just go variant human to get that free feat, because that's always fun. So we're going to be really focusing on like swords play and like dexterous sword play. Go ahead and grab Elvish. We're going to grab some Dex and some Charisma. Remember, for multi-classing, some DMs enforce this and some don't. But I believe technically you have to have at least a 13 score in certain abilities or certain attributes, in order to multi-class. And that counts both for what you're both classes. So in order to, like, if you wanted to be multi-class like fighter and cleric, you gotta have a 13 in either strength or dexterity for the fighter, and then you need a 13 in wisdom to multi-class into the cleric. Some DMs ignore that, though. So skills, we'll grab acrobatics. That works. And for a feat, I'm going to grab Defensive Duelist. Where is it? There it is. There we go. This one gets you a pretty nice AC bonus. When you are wielding a finesse weapon with which you are proficient and another creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your AC for that attack, potentially causing the attack to miss you. So even at like fairly low levels, that's like a consistent, like +2 or +3 to your proficiency. So that's not too bad, especially, if you're trying to desperately avoid taking some damage. So let's go ahead and hop over to class. Actually, let's grab abilities first. We'll go with point buy, and strength can be that. And we're really just going to need dex and con, and we'll grab some charisma. There we go. I don't really like to do like major dump stats, but obviously you can lose out on some intelligence, wisdom, or strength if you want to boost these up a little bit more. Okay, gonna go ahead and grab fighter, and then I'm gonna grab the bard. And there is actually, which makes more sense. Okay, light armor. Does bard get? I don't think bard gets medium armor base, if I remember correctly. I don't think so, but I am going to double check. Proficiencies, light armor. Okay, so yeah, I want to go with fighter first. Although fighter might give it to you either way. It's not going to end up mattering. I think there are some certain things that that sometimes matter depending on which class you take first, but I don't think it's going to matter for us today here. Grab that and that. And we'll go ahead and bump each of these up to level 3. And that'll be enough to kind of showcase what we're going for here. Proficiency, so we get all armor and shields, simple and martial weapons. And we have saving throws, strength and constitution. We have proficiency in all that. We'll grab athletics. And we'll grab, intimidation, because our charisma is already going to be kind of high. So that'll work well. We're going to grab the dueling fighting style, which gets you, when you have a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you get a +2 to damage rolls with that weapon, which is pretty nice, especially when you start multi-attacking. For martial archetype, we're going to grab Battlemaster. Battlemaster, their shtick is that they are they're like fancy warriors, I guess. They're like, they're like expert fencers, is the kind of deal. So they're not as like relying on like brute strength as much as like a champion archetype might. So let's go ahead and grab, although of course you can flavor anything however you'd like. So their thing is they get combat support superiority. Basically you get certain maneuvers, which are like specialty techniques and abilities. You start with 3, and then you can only use 1 maneuver per turn. You learn additional maneuvers later on. You get superiority dice. This is basically your what you expend in order to perform a maneuver. So superiority dice expended when you use it, you regain all of your expended superiority dice. Whenever you finish a short and long rest, you get more of them at higher levels. There's saving throws, 8 plus proficiency plus strength or dex, which you choose when you use it. Oh yeah, the superiority die are d8s. I think they might get bigger later, but I can't remember. They might not. Student of War, you just get proficiency with one artisan's tool of your choice. So that's fun. Let's go ahead and grab. Let's be a map maker, cartographer. There we go. And maneuvers. So you get to pick them. They're all pretty good, but some of them are really good, I think. Disarming strike or disarming attack is really good. Basically, you can hit them, do extra damage, and then force them to make a strength saving throw. And on a failed save, they drop one item of your choice that it's holding. So you can just knock someone's sword out of their hand, which will definitely make their lives a little bit harder. Now, one thing is it technically does land at their feet. So, what if they just pick it up on their next turn again? I would probably rule, if I was a DM and I was like, oh, they try to grab their weapon off the floor, I would probably grant a reaction opportunity attack for that, personally. But even though that's not technically in the rules. But if your DM is being a little stricter, that's okay. Grab, where is it? Pushing attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, spend a superiority die, add the superiority die to the damage roll, and if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength throw. On a failed save, you push the target up to 15 feet away from you. And note, just going to double check, make sure I'm remembering this right. Yes, you can use only one maneuver per attack. Now, that's per attack, not attack action. So I'm pretty sure I would rule this that, if you get multi-attack, you can use a maneuver on each of the different attacks. So the point being is when you get up to, I think level 5 is when you get multi-attack, or extra attack, sorry, not multi-attack. They're similar. Multi-attack is usually an enemy thing, and extra attack is for PCs, basically, is how it's usually framed. What was I saying? When you get extra attack, you can start with the disarming attack and then hit with a pushing attack. Or if something can maybe, incapacitate them, so it'll give you long enough, but then you can push them away from the weapon at their feet, which is helpful for disarming them. But also you can push people off cliffs and stuff, so that's nice. Or you can push them into if someone casts, I think it's called spike growth, where you take damage per foot moved through the spikes. So you could use pushing attack for that. What else? Let's go precision attack. So this one doesn't increase the damage. It basically lets you use the superiority die to add to the attack roll. So if you really got to hit someone, precision attack is great for that. So that's going to finish up fighter for now. Let me just double check. I think it's... Yeah, extra attack is at 5th level. You can attack twice instead of once when you take the attack action on your turn. But we're just going to keep it at level 3 for now. And then over to Bard. Bard, we get light armor, which we already have. That's redundant. We do get a musical item. Let's do a drum. And we get 1 skill. How about performance? Yeah, why not? And then, let's see. Yes. Bardic Inspiration, remember you can, this is a base ability, bonus action, you can choose one creature other than yourself within 60 feet who can hear you. The creature gains 1 Bardic Inspiration die, which they can spend on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. Also get Jack of all trades. You add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus, so you just kind of a little bit good at everything, and Song of Rest makes short rests better, basically. For Bard College, we're going to grab the College of Swords, which is the swordplay college. Expertise, we get 2, proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses either of these. So let's do athletics and acrobatics. There we go. So we had double our proficiency bonus to checks for that, which is really good. We also get proficiency with medium armor. Oh, you do get proficiency with medium armor anyway, thanks to College of Swords. No, it's not going to be important. If you're proficient with a simple or martial melee weapon, you can use it as a spellcasting focus for your bard spells. That's pretty handy. Fighting style. So we are going to a little bit Well, yeah, we'll just go 2 weapon fighting. Because we're really going to focus on using rapiers with shields. So we're going to waste this a little bit. But, you know, if you have to use 2 weapon fighting or you want to change it up, that option is also there. But what's really important is the blade flourishes. Basically, whenever you take the attack action on your turn, your walking speed increases by 10 feet into the end of the turn. And if a weapon attack that you make as part of this action hits a creature, you can use one of the following blade options of your choice. You can use only 1 blade flourish option per turn. Basically, you can spend some Bardic Inspiration die on new stuff. You get Defensive Flourish, cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit. The damage equals the number you rolled with the Bardic Inspiration die. And you also add the number rolled to your AC into the start of your turn. So you could layer that up with the Defensive Duelist feat, because this doesn't require your reaction, and you could really get your AC up pretty high for survivability purposes. Slashing Flourish, extra damage to the target and to any other creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you. So basically, that's a way of hurting a nearby creature. That one is going to be a little bit situational because there needs to be another creature within 5 feet of you, but it can be good against like weaker mobs maybe. And Mobile Flourish. Expend when use of your Bardic Inspiration. Cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit. The damage equals the number you rolled the Bardic Inspiration die. You can also push the target up to 5 feet away from you, plus a number of feet equal to the number you rolled in the die. You can then immediately you don't have to, but you can use your reaction to move up to your walking speed to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the target. So if you need to push something, this is a great way to do it. You could totally do that. Since you don't have, I think that works. I think there's nothing stopping you from using a maneuver and a, where's the maneuvers? Did I lose it? How did I lose it? Combat superiority. There you go. I don't think there's anything that stops you from using maneuvers along with blade flourishes on the same attack, because they don't use your reaction. Yeah, let me go ahead and see maneuvers. So, disarming attack. When you hit a creature, you can expend 1 superiority die to disarm the target, forcing it to drop 1 item of your choice that it's holding. You add the superiority die to the damage's attack roll. You must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it drops the object you choose. The object lands at its feet. And then Blade Flourish. Whenever you take the attack action turn, you can use one of the following blade flourishes. You can only use 1 option per turn. You can expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit. Damage rolled. You can also cause, and there's not even a save for this, push it up to 5 feet away from you, plus you can then use your reaction to move up to your walking speed to an unoccupied space. Yeah, I would certainly rule it that you could use both disarming attack and mobile flourish. So you'd get extra damage from 2 sources, and then basically it's a matter of like how nice your DM is, basically. I would definitely allow you to choose the order of operations, like, because if you push them and then disarm them, that's not going to work. But I would definitely at least allow my player to disarm and then push with the mobile flourish. If for no other reason than it's cool. So yeah, that, and then you can also, you can use your reaction to get closer, and so if they try to run away, you can maybe get an opportunity attack on them, like if they try to or make a dash for the weapon. I would probably also just allow my PCs just to like put their foot on the enemy's sword or whatever. You could also do this with arcane focuses, foci, I guess. Obviously, that'll only stop them from using spells that require material components, but it can still come in handy. Okay. Let's go ahead and close that up there. Abilities, I think we already did. Description, I think we already grabbed. Yeah, we'll grab Elvish. That works. Background, let's be a gladiator. I think that makes sense. Gladiator. Passed it up. Passed it up again. Gladiator. There we go. Let's grab Deception, and let's grab Sleight of Hand. I like both of those. Get another musical instrument. Let's grab a flute. And Equipment. Okay. I don't think we took... we're not really going to be stealthing much here, so I think we can do with half plate. A half plate gives you disadvantage on... gives you disadvantage on... on stealth checks. Sorry about that. On stealth checks. I don't think half plate has a strength requirement. I don't think so. I think that's just heavy armor. And we'll grab a shield... And we'll grab a rapier. Okay, and remember we can use the rapier as a spellcasting focus for our bard spells. And let's go check out our character sheet. Yes. Okay. So we have a +2 in Dex, +2 in Con, +2 in Charisma, walking speed 30 feet, +3 in proficiency bonus. Remember, +3 then is what we can add to our AC using our reaction thanks to Defensive Duelist. Half-plate, rapier, and shield. There we go. Yes. All right. So our armor class up to a very respectable 19. Not too bad. We're not mega tanky at 49, but it's not like awful. And let's see. We do need to grab our spells for Bard. So we have 4 first level spell slots and 2 second level spell slots. So let's go ahead and grab some stuff. What cantrips are we going to take? Blade Ward can be helpful. And let's do... Vicious Mockery isn't great. It's not like great damage, but it is a ranged option. Yeah, it's a consistent range. 60 feet, 1d4 gives disadvantage on the next attack roll. That's if it fails Wisdom saving throw. Yeah, it's an option. Okay. And let's see. Oh, we can't grab shield. That's right. It's not a bard spell. Interesting. So what are we going to pick? Well, I think Earth Tremor can be a nice crowd control option. I think Thunder Wave for the pushing effects maybe, because it's, some burst damage. And we'll do Long Strider, because that gets us some more walking speed. And let's hop over to second level spells. What are we going to do over here? Kinetic Jaunt is really good. We'll grab Kinetic Jaunt. We'll grab Heat Metal as another distance damage option. Although this only really works against like people in armor. You know what? It's a good spell anyway. And we'll grab Hold Person maybe. Yeah, Hold Person. That works. Another distance option. And, it's really good. So that's all our spells. So we have, let's see, Heat Metal, Hold Person, and Kinetic Jaunt are our second level spells. What we're really going to be worried about right away, though, is our fun superiority maneuvers and our blade flourishes. So we're doing 1d8 plus 4 with a rapier. We have 4d8 that we can spend on our precision attack, disarming attack, and pushing attack. And we also have our mobile flourish, slashing flourish, and defensive flourish options. As to which one that you level up as you go, which one's going to be more important, it really kind of depends on, obviously, which one you want to focus more on. If you do the Bard, you are not going to be as tanky long term, but you'll have a lot more spells. You do Fighter, you can get more attacks, and I think you can get more ability score increases. So either way, excuse me. Either way could be fun. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're so inclined, and have a good day.